WV Uncommonplace. This podcast is a variety podcast that houses numerous series to cover mental health, empowerment, podcast framework, and various intimate theories to get to know the hosts. Along with occasional movies reviews and dives in pop culture with our event podcast episodes. The Uncommonplace digs into bringing guests on that stories don't fit the mold and are very different. WV stands for the great state of West Virginia, and every quarter we cover something in West Virginia. Stacey and myself, JR, are your hosts, so please come along for this venture to our Uncommonplace.
Welcome to West Virginia Uncommonplace. We're following the world of animation once again. And this time we're talking about King of the Hill. King of the Hill, created by Mike Judd and Greg Daniels, premiered in 1997 and quickly became a staple in the animated community. The show centered around the Hill family, led by the conservative and hard-working patriarch Hank Hill, as they navigated the fictional town of Arlen, Texas. From its humble beginnings, King of the Hill garnered critical acclaim for its sharp writing, relatable characters, and its ability to tackle complex social issues with nuisance and humor. The show's grounded approach and focus on everyday suburban life resonated with audiences, making it a hit just right then and there. The early seasons of King of the Hill were their prime, and they were really good, and they had a perfect balance between humor, heart, and social commentary. Episodes like Hank's Unmentionable Problem and Bobby Goes Nuts showcase the series' ability to blend comedy with insightful exploration of masculinity, family dynamics, and cultural clashes. However, as the show progressed into later seasons, some viewers and critics noticed a decline in the overall quality, creative direction of King of the Hill, and the factors contribute to the decline are multifaceted and worth examining in detail. So we're going to go do that real quick. And the thing is, King of the Hill was one of these things, once again, a lot of these animation shows went off to Cartoon Network and other places like that, and they became successes again, and then they got revived. One of the key factors that impacted the show's decline was the departure of its writers and a few creators who shaped the early seasons. And this is a common problem across all animation. It seems like when the money gets right or something happens, they want to move on to the next bigger thing, or, you know, they think they're moving on to the other thing. While King of the Hill had its fair share of social commentary, it often took a misplaced or an understated nuisance approach compared to its contemporaries. The show's dedication to depicting the everyday struggles of ordinary people in middle America were commendable, and it didn't always resonate when people were getting their taste. Like they were evolving their taste, they were growing up out of this. Another factor that may have contributed to the decline was its long and continuous run of 13 seasons. As with any long-running series, maintaining consistency, quality, and freshness become an issue. And I will say that with King of the Hill, somewhere towards the end of it, like, it did kind of get kind of wonky, because I never finished the final season of it. I kind of just, like, when animation domination was taking place, I was like, man, I'd rather watch Family Guy or Cleveland Show. Fuck King of the Hill. And going into further detail with this, the thing is that the political landscape and cultural landscape inside with this show changed completely through presidents, because basically with this show, you know, you went through the Bush era, so it kind of related and people could understand it. And it was just one of these deals where King of the Hill lasted a great while, and it was a continuation of Beavis and Butthead, which Beavis and Butthead have been revived now. So the thing I kind of want to just line up here and just have out here for King of the Hill is it was a very great show. It did what it was supposed to do. Premiering in 1997 and lasting for 13 seasons is a great feat for a show. But over time, with not keeping a consistent storyline arc that works for people, and that's a key thing, like storyline arcs, people want to continue a story, something that they can relate to, that goes from point A to point Z, not something that goes A, B, then stops, goes D, E, skips certain sections, and then wants to come back and try to fix these little things with minor episodes or minor things that go inside the continuation of character development. And King of the Hill failed this in certain areas, but it was pretty amazing because it had Tom Petty on there at different points and different people that resonated with the audience. But over time, like anything else, it lost its still. So I'm JR. And thank you for listening to this quick episode about the rise and the decline of King of the Hill.
Please follow WV Uncommonplace on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, TikTok, where we have some great content, Facebook, LinkedIn. Hit up the merch store at oncommonplace.square.site. Join the email list from the website, and rate, subscribe, and give feedback from your favorite podcatcher. And lastly, thanks for listening, and tune into the next episode.